Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a team from the MAC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Horned Frogs will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The offense changing the play. From the gun, the ground game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. It's a fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Give to the running back. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line. They'll leave it with him. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get the third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on 2nd down?
This crowd knows when to bring it. They'll run it from the gun. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, TCU!
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Gators sending the offense back to work. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. The timing needs to be precise on those out routes, and the quarterback just gave him too much ground to cover.
And you got to know when to throw that. Right when he's breaking out of his break, I got to put that ball and put it on him. And you could tell the timing was a little bit off, just a little too much juice from the QB.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Safe completion on the screen. Turning it on. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Plays like that with just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Leaves it with the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Gators will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes a catch at the 10. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Forced out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
To the ground with the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
The Horned Frogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to throw, it's John. Fires to the right. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. From the gun, running back gets the give. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. Trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Good timing on the quick out. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the stick.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll give it to the back. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Direct snap. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quickly complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
Motion from the wideout. To the ground. He's got it again. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Fairbairn. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Great job by the receiver catching that curl route. And did you see the way he came back to the football? That's a great lesson for a lot of young receivers out there. You create separation by coming back to the quarterback.
The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Gives it on the option. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play.
It's a running room. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. The RPO complete.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
42 Spider. 4-2.
Back to pass. Buying some time. And to get rid of it quickly. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack. You avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you've got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. Touchdown, Gator! Quick strike through the air for the score. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Church. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Tight end now in motion. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Rides to the back. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. You can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
This crowd on hand, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's John. Intercepted, a first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Florida! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
Got room to work. Got enough for the first. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
I'll tell you what, the offense, they get the big run play, and then what are you thinking? Maybe play action, take a shot. How about the defense? They were ready to roll. Even though they gave up the run, they didn't just play the run. They were ready for the pass and got the big sack.
Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Back to throw, it's John. Got his man. Open space at the 25. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages, it tells a huge story.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
The Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Finds his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Here's the handoff. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Intercepted deep in his own end. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Church. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Looking to throw, it's John. It's complete to the right. At the 35, he's loose. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like, it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
There he goes. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the running back. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to the ground game on the left. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And the Horned Frogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Back to pass, it's John. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Starting to feel a little pressure. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The give to the single back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making checks. He'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Out of the gun to give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Brock. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
That's a really nice route there by the slot receiver on the slant. He took his time. He set up the DB, put his foot in the ground, crossed his face.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. That one comes out hot down the right side. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. The 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, TCU.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. USC is on the wrong end of a steel-toed boot today. This is one of those performances we simply don't see from the men of Troy. Embarrassing. They're trailing by 21 to Ohio State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And I think the quarterback throwing that pass off his back foot is what led to that incompletion. Just not as accurate as he would have liked to have been.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
To the air on first down. They're setting up the screen, and they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through three quarters for these two guys. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Florida.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on second down. He's going for it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest the deepest, widest the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
He wants to change this route. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
I know as a quarterback, he's your best receiver. He's one of the best in the country, but it's going to be hard to get completions thrown his way on third down into double coverage. On that one, you got to let your eyes take you somewhere else because someone else was probably open.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're dealing with a second and long. Reads it, fires complete. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
This crowd on hand trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on. Deep shot for the end zone. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking downfield, it's John. Makes the catch. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be 4th down from the 24. Now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. That is no good. The lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. Sending the offense back to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense,
going for the big play. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
and if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
It's so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
It's a reverse. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful. When you've got receivers with the speed that guy has, you really need to play with good eye discipline and know where the ball is at all times. Because if he outflanks you, he can take it to the distance.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's John. Gets it out fast. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the 1st, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, TCU.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Grab near the marker. It's Dickerson. Move those chains without a hitch. Well, actually, with a hitch, but you get the point.
I like that. Nicely done. The defense probably should have understood the ball was coming out quick, something like a hitch, a slant, a screen, something fast. They didn't. QB gets it on the money. Receiver gets the extra yards. Easy pitch and catch for the 1st down.
And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Defense in press coverage. He wants to throw it again. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Takes it the other way. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Gator! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Oh, they could not have come up with a bigger play at a more opportune time. The defense getting the interception and taking it back to the house right at a point in the game when it looked like the offense was maybe going to pad their lead and seal this one. All of a sudden, this game has gotten really interesting.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. NC State is piling up the points here today. They've opened up a massive lead in what's shaping up to be the kind of blowout neither side will soon forget.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of the game. Breaks into the open. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
The Horned Frogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Got the back over the middle. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
And the Horned Frogs can really attack on this second and short. The give as they work on that clock. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.